So we're proud to announce the launch of a new web video series. The first 8 episodes are coming out over the next couple months. You can actually see the first 3 on YouTube. The show is called Bourdain's TV Crew.
So this is my 3rd trip to Japan, but my first time ever in Tokyo. It's a kooky, amazing city, and it was gorgeous.
It's produced by a production company called 0.0. They're actually making a really strong move into digital, and this is one of the first few projects that was specifically made to be distributed online. So they had this idea to build a show that was basically about making a great TV show. And at the same time that we were talking to 0.0, my team came across Tumi, a brand that doesn't actually do much television advertising, but was very interested in getting into the online video space. They had a specific message and tone that they thought online video could capture better than anything else. They had a product that they were ready to launch, a product called Tegra Lite. And basically we made that connection, and that's what we do. This is just an example of a fantastic connection between a brand who had a set of goals and a time frame and a product, and a producer who had an idea and some talent and a crew and audience, and bringing the two together ended up making great content that could stand alone, but that the brand attached to very nicely as a sponsor. YouTube is setting up really well in this new channel structure in a way that I think makes sense for the way we operate and for the way this program sets up. So the TV show, Bourdain's TV Crew, lives at the web video show lives at a destination on YouTube called Road by TV. It's a destination that we've been working on for a while. It's travel, it's food, it's adventure. The channel reflects that and will over time grow to include other programs. But YouTube, I think, is a great platform for this kind of content. It's got obviously a huge audience, but it's also got a platform that respects consistency in programming, that respects and acknowledges somebody who understands it's not just about putting the video up there, but you've got to promote it in certain ways. You've got to find other producers to align with. You've got to be consistent with your production schedule. You've got to do smart things with regards to SEO. If you do all those things, and I think we are for this program, you can be successful at driving an audience. And that's our goal. I think in the first day of the program being up, starting from scratch, no views at all. I think it got 20,000 views, and that's hopefully off to a good start. As you know, Outrigger Media has been around for about 3 years. We focus on connecting great brands with great content. That's our goal, and we work really closely with some producers trying to help them understand their assets and better position them to brands and get them more distribution and more eyeballs. And we work with advertisers to help them get into a set of content that they don't really know very well. There's content that appeared on TV, which is pretty easy to evaluate, but the majority of what appears online is actually very hard to evaluate. It's hard to put a pin in what's good about it. Certainly not that it was on television, but the fact that it attracts a consistent audience, the fact that it is a consistent format and a type of program, and a lot of other things that go into what we think is quantifiable. And so that's what we're really focused on these days, is building a scalable mechanism to collect a lot of quantitative and qualitative information about producers, both from information that's just out there and information that they give us discreetly, and connect that with brands and their agents that are looking to do innovative things in the space. The Open Slate Studios is going to launch in mid-April, and when it does, you'll see that it's very producer-centric in that our first goal is to get as many completed profiles as we can for the thousands of producers that already exist in the site in some way, shape, or form. We probably, when we launch, will have in the mid to high single-digit thousands of producers in there. And our goal is to get completed profiles for as many of them as we can before we introduce the buy side to the platform. So we work with the buy side all the time. We work with brands directly, like Tumi. We work with agencies, media agencies, creative agencies, and PR agencies. The idea with Open Slate Studios is to give them a platform that consistently presents the same information about a really wide range of producers, whether it's somebody who does a TV show, but they're making programming for online now, or a guy with a camera that's always attracting 10 or 15,000 of the same type of people to his channel on YouTube. They all have value, and what we're trying to do is distill it, build the scaffolding in the consistent way to present it so that brands can engage more directly. What we're trying to do is provide a consistent measure of the value of content as content. YouTube, I think, is already and will continue to do a spectacular job valuing content based on who's watching it. Right? And I think that's sort of the way of digital media today, certainly in display. We think that the content, the video content, actually has a lot more potential as content than is recognized today. Defining the content better and explaining what's valuable about it to a brand is our focus.
The ocean itself can unexpectedly interrupt your shoot. Before they knew it, the entire crew and equipment was in the drink.